welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be kind of like a first impression video on this Tarte product right here. This is the, it's a value set. It's a 4-piece value set for the Tinted Moisturizer value set. So I think it's been around for a little period of time, and I thought, you know what, it's a great opportunity for me to try this out because it came with like 3 other, I guess, free products, travel size items. It retails for about $38 Canadian off the Sephora website. I did buy this during the sale, so, you know, got a little bit of a discount. But of course, even if you guys are, you know, looking forward to like getting something like this off the Sephora website, you know, there are cashback websites like Rakuen. I have my referral code in the description box down below if you guys want to go and check that out. Anyways, so I purchased this tinted moisturizer was because of the fact that, like, you know, most of the time we do spend at home. I'm still working from home at my full-time job, so therefore I don't really need a whole lot of, you know, like foundation or anything like that. Just enough to, I guess, give myself some hydration and of course at the same time like a little bit of a tint, just to maybe cover up a little bit of scars. I don't have a whole lot today, so I thought this was a great opportunity to film this because from far as I know, tinted moisturizers do not cover much. It's on the lighter coverage side, more so of a skincare than it is actual foundation. Anyway, so I thought I would, you know, give it a little bit of a wear test, you know, try it on, you know, check it midway, and then of course give you guys my final thoughts on it. And why I picked up the value set versus just the foundation itself or the tinted moisturizer, well, it's because of the fact that it was the same price. So, you know, being a smart shopper, why would I not get this one that has 3 extra travel size items in here? 2 that I've basically tried out before, but the lip product I have not. So I'm gonna be pretty happy to try that out. So this is how the tinted moisturizer looks like. I got it in 25B light medium beige. I'm not 100% sure if this is actually my color, but there are 20 different shades for you to pick out of off their website. This one has 1 fluid ounce, which is about 30 milliliters, which is quite average for a, you know, foundation. I think most of my foundations are roughly 1 ounce. Yeah, and it's called the Morocco Tinted Hydrator. More of a hydrator, so they don't really actually call it a moisturizer, but yeah. Anyway, so I guess I'll zoom in to show you guys, I guess, a little bit of my flaws and, you know, try this on. I will be trying it on. One side will be a beauty blender, and actually the other side I'm actually going to use a foundation brush. I know a lot of people tend to use tinted moisturizers with their fingers. I don't know, I prefer, you know, just doing this test, and let's see how it works out. So now that you guys are up close, or a little bit more up close, my nose area right here, you can see a little bit of redness. I'm having really bad hay fever or like pollen allergies, so I've been blowing my nose like crazy, so I'm not surprised that this is gonna wipe off and I would have to like reapply. So I'm gonna wipe this off so that I could use the lip balm or the lippy that is included. The lippy is a Moroccan Juicy Lip. So anyway, so now that I've wiped off my lips, all I have on my face is just eyebrows. I did my eyes except for my mascara because I'm gonna use the mascara that's in this kit. The only thing that I'm not gonna use is actually the oil that it comes with because I wanted to obviously straight up test this out because I don't wanna add any more other oils. I already have on like a regular face moisturizer like I normally would. So yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna start off with the beauty blender. Just gonna squeeze a little bit of product on here, you know, just like a blob like that. Let's see. Oh, it's not bad. I think this might be my shade. My beauty blender is a little wet, so I wanna, you know, mention that. It's not bad. As it spreads out, you know, the tint or the shade of it also blends right out as well, so I don't know if you guys can see. There's a bit of a tint. Coverage-wise, well, it's really not covering this at all. I'm applying a little bit more for the forehead. All right, so that's with the Beauty Blender. I'm gonna use my brush on this other side. So I tend to, when I apply it on brush, I tend to like to do it on the back of my hand first and then apply. So it'd be like, the brush helps a little bit in terms of like coverage wise. Although I do feel it's quite hydrating, so that's a good thing. Okay, pretty much. This is one layer. Still a lot of like that natural, you can still see through it. The coverage wise, I had a little bit of redness here. It covered it up a little bit. So I think it's one of those, I could probably go back into it and do like a second layer. Yeah, not quite. I'm gonna try to cover up the other ones on the other side, which actually did pretty well. With a Beauty Blender, it is a bit harder, but with a brush, it tends to be a little bit easier. Definitely made it less red. So this is the oil. It is actually a very small size. There is only about 7 milliliters in here, or 0.23 fluid ounce. So it's a very like travel size. And of course here is the mascara, which actually has a little different packaging from what I, used to have. But of course very travel size as well. And the lippy is really cute. It's definitely a very, very small size. So I'm gonna finish it off with my lashes. I don't tend to curl them much, so I tend to like to hold up my mascara for a little bit. Well, my sparse lashes, nothing shows up, so I'm not too surprised. My sparse lashes don't really show up on camera, but the mascara obviously works. Gonna try on the lippy. Oh, it's a really nice color. It's in Rose. So that's the shade on the product itself. It's really small. But you do get a decent amount, so that's full size. Like this is basically me pushing it to the max, but it's not bad, not bad, except for, yeah, it just looks really small. But it's a very nice shade. Oh, it's super hydrating. It's more like a lip balm. At least that's what I feel. So now that we zoomed out, I know my neck looks like it's a different shade. I probably will, do a little bit so that it blends back out a little bit more. But to be fair, I'm looking at myself also in the mirror. It is a little bit darker than expected, but I think it should be fine. It didn't oxidize at all. but I kind of actually like this shade because it makes me look like I have a bit of a tan, like a little bit of a tan. Anyway, so I'm gonna wear this throughout the day. I don't have a whole lot to do, mainly chores, so I'm gonna probably be staying at home, and I do need to go out and grab a few things. So just a short little trip out, probably wearing a mask. So currently right now it is like 10 in the morning, so I'll probably check in after lunch and let you guys know how this went. I foresee my nose area, it's probably gonna be all wiped off because I'm gonna be blowing my nose quite often. But anyways, I shall see you guys in a bit. Hi everyone, I am back for my midday check-in. It is currently almost 2 in the afternoon, so I thought I'd give you guys a little bit of an update. I don't really see a huge difference, to be honest, aside from, of course, my lippy. As you can tell, like, pretty much all the color of it came off. I still feel a little bit of hydration because I think it's mainly more of like a lip balm, and because, you know, my lips aren't super pigmented to begin with anyway, so yeah. Anyways, let me zoom in and show you guys how my skin looked like. Okay, so now that you guys are up close, not a whole lot has changed in comparison to when I first applied it on. Of course, this area alone is heavily dried up like normal, and most of it has rubbed off, given the fact that, like I mentioned, because of my allergies, I've just been having a really bad runny nose. But aside from that, it's not too bad. I'm gonna probably reapply the little lippy here on. Let's see if it actually helps. Just keep in mind the color is rose, and you know, it looks like this color, but when it's applied onto my lips, it doesn't give me that pigmentation. As you can tell, yeah, no, but it does give me that really nice glossy feel and heavily hydrated. Is it sticky? A little bit. There's a bit of a scent to it. Anyways, I'm just gonna carry on with the rest of my day. I did go run a little bit of errands. Right now, you don't need to wear a mask outside, but some stores still require you to wear it. So I did wear one on for like literally 10 minutes just to go inside and grab some stuff. There wasn't a whole lot of transfer. There was only like a little bit basically from this area and a little bit here, and that was it. But my foundation or tinted moisturizer didn't really look like it budged at all. Anyways, I shall check in with you guys later today. So I am back. So currently right now it's about 6:14. I've had this on for more than 8 hours. So I thought, you know, it's time for me to give you guys my final thoughts. I'm gonna zoom in and show you guys. Now that you guys are up close, you know, the tinted hydrator is what they call this one. Not a huge difference. I noticed like areas where, you know, I doubled up, like this area became a little bit more blotchy. Nose area, I don't know if you guys can see, it's still very dry, obviously, because I've been blowing my nose. So, you know what? No blames on this one. Certain areas you can tell it's like I did a double layer, so you see the I guess the shade a little bit more than like areas like this. I don't see a whole lot of oiling. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I do feel a little oily. I mean, I guess this camera sees a bit of the shine, so yeah. Anyways, so my final thoughts on this is it's not bad. I'm not huge on those tinted moisturizer. I just thought I'd give this one a shot because I wanted, you know, a little bit of color in terms of to hide a little bit of my flaws. And of course, still keeping that hydration on my skin. So I definitely think it's quite hydrating. It's just, it is on the lighter coverage side. And it does retail for $38 Canadian, so for you know, something like this, it's okay. I guess if you're thinking about it in terms of like a foundation, well, you know, their foundation alone, I guess most of them are about, you know, $50. So this is on the, you know, more affordable end, and of course coming with the 3 free things. Personally, the mascara has always been a go-to. Like it's been a staple. Like I haven't had a whole lot of issues. Of course, you probably can't really see my lashes because they're so sparse, but overall it's not bad. One thing that I didn't really care for was probably the lippy. As you can tell, like it's basically just a gloss and it's just for hydrating. It gives you no color. And I'm a person, because of the fact that I have zero pigmentation practically on my lips, so it makes me look like I'm a bit sick, that I prefer something that is a little bit more of like a tinted balm, or possibly even something with color. I would love the hydration, but yet I also want the pigmentation, because as you can tell, didn't do much for me. I've ate a few times and of course it's practically come off, or if not, I still feel the hydration, but definitely no color, as you can tell. So yes, I do hope that, you know, maybe in the future when they come up with these kind of juicy lips, you know, take into consideration a little bit of the color. Maybe for some other people out there who have more pigmented lips, this might work a lot better for you, but definitely not for me. I've tried their oil before, so I know how great it is. It's practically good for your entire body. So it's not just for your face, but you know, areas where you think are lacking of hydration, I would say, you know, just apply it on. So overall, it's okay. $38 to me for something that's more like just like a skincare with a little bit of tint is not a bad idea, right? Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if so, remember to give me that thumbs up, and I shall see you guys in my next video. Bye!